What's up, YouTube? I'm doing an update on my tank. This is day, well, I don't know right now. I'll figure it out later. I'll figure it out before I post, but it's been a while since I made an update, and that's mainly because, well, my tank went through like this really bad algae stage, and then so I was like constantly working on the tank. Then I had not a velvet, but a combination between flukes and ick, which isn't a good combination at all because they both attack the gills. So I lost a lot of fish. Oh yeah, and I got all these diseases from my male blue jaw trigger. He's the one who originally had it when I bought him. From now on, I'm quarantining. I finally stopped it all by catching every fish in the tank every day, doing a freshwater dip, putting them back in, and then catching them the next day for 3 days. It was an absolute pain, you guys. So quarantine. I was at Reef stock, and I got this nice coral colony. It's zoanthids. I've got a ton of them, mainly eagle eyes and green eyes. Not green eyes. I forget what they're called, but mainly eagle eyes. And another type of these green ones over here, you can't really see them. And then a couple of these joker polyps, which I was really happy to find, because these are pretty rare. They're worth quite a bit. They're worth like $5 a head. And I only paid $45 for this colony at Reef stock. This previous weekend is when Reef stock was, and it was really awesome. There's a lot of awesome stuff there. I replaced my bulbs. If you can tell, it's a lot more blue. That's because I replaced it with Phoenix 14,000 Ks. Here, let me grab the boxes. Two of these bad boys. Hex art. Very nice bulbs. A lot better color. Like these were $55 a piece because I bought them from a guy named Dirk. He owns a company. He owns a fish store in like Ohio or something, and he brought like his whole store with him to Reef stock. He had a ton of stuff there, and all my fish are doing really good now that all the flukes are gone. The only one that still has a little bit of ick is this maroon clown, this male maroon. This big female maroon, and she's been eating really well, so it should go away soon. And she's been really, really swimming around happily and not hanging out near the surface like all the other fish were before they died. It was a bummer losing the triggers. I don't plan on buying any more fish, you guys. Mainly just corals. Maybe one more male blue jaw, because I just love those fish so much. They're so pretty. But I finally recovered from that horrible outbreak of flukes and ick. I'm glad that my system's doing better. All the fish are happy. I'm down to 9 chromies. I lost 2. So right now I'm at like the perfect number of chromies. I might be buying a new circulation pump called the Jibo WP40. It looks exactly like a Tunzi. And I know Jibo has a really bad I don't know what to call it. I don't know. They're just not that well known for having great products, but this is definitely a change for them, because this is definitely a pretty nice product. There's the WP40 on Reef Central, and you'll see what I'm talking about. A lot of people are running it on their setup, and it's doing them wonders. So Yeah, Reef Talk was fun. I got to see Mr. Saltwater Tank. He was there. And that guy puts a lot of time into his show, you guys. Like, he spent 10 minutes at everything he did. He spent like half an hour for every... He would spend like a half an hour talking to the person, telling them what they're going to talk about, and then spend like 20 minutes filming. And then if he even messed up the slightest bit, he would do it all over again. And never really got to talk to him. He was busy the whole time. But I got to talk to Jake Adams a little bit. And he was the one hosting the event. If you guys don't know who Jake Adams is, then you guys obviously have never been on reefbuilders.com. And you guys need to go check that out, because it's like the coolest site ever. And keeps you posted on just about everything going on in the hobby. My tank's doing good. Clarky, he was really sick. I lost my Snow Onyx Clown, which blows. I got all these fish left. It's still a decent amount of fish. My skimmers hasn't been pulling out nearly as much since that, and I stopped dosing Reef biofuel because I don't know, it just made it seem like made this film algae even worse. But I'm gonna start dosing half of what I was before in about a week. See if it goes up again, then I'll stop. But I really don't have that much. I took care of it. I spent the whole morning, like a good 2.5 hours, re-aquascaping. I like this aquascape quite a bit. It's really nice. Yeah, some more info on these bulbs. Like, so when you're running them on like a cheap ballast, like an Odyssey ballast, it'll have even more blue to it, just because it's not going to be running to like its max. But it looks pretty cool, I have to admit, on the cheaper ballasts. But I like it like this, because I've seen it on cheap ballasts like Odysseys and stuff, and it's really blue, a lot more blue than this. And then on this, it's a little bit more white, but still has that blue tint that really makes the tank look good. And this is actually what my tank looks like in person. It's not exaggerating the blue at one bit. This is exactly what the blue is in person. And it just looks really good. These zoanthids haven't been opening up that much because of the film algae. Today, they're opening up quite a bit, though, if you can tell. But I've been blasting the film algae off of them, and they're still open. They're usually open more than this, but it's because I re-aquascaped. They're not that open. But yeah, I got my back room all set up. I'll show you guys that. Let me cover up my phone, because we got a lot of boxes down here. Because we just moved a bunch of stuff from upstairs down here, so I'm moving it in boxes. But here's my back room, you guys. I've got a sink installed just for my tank, a big old trash can, my RO unit. I've got all my buckets for water changes. This one is just a bucket with a hole drilled on the bottom, and then there's a drain right below it, below the hole. And this is really easy for water changes, because you just fill up the bucket and it'll slowly drain it down into the drain like the perfect amount. And then, I got another back room. I'm not going to show you guys because there's really no reason to. It has my quarantine tank set up in it, and it's where I thaw my food. It's where I have all my supplements, like Celcon and garlic. But yeah, things have been improving over the past few weeks. My tank's been doing much better. Got the sink installed. It's pretty awesome. It's just like a slop sink, so I can, get it really dirty and not have to worry about my mom whining at me. And then take you guys back to the tank. So yeah, it's readjusting to the blue. It's exaggerating it a little bit, and now this is what it's actually like. So, yeah. It's perfect. Yellow Tang, he almost died, but I saved him, like, just in the nick of time. I got him in a freshwater dip, and he's been doing a lot better since. He has 0 ick on him, there's nothing on him, he's perfectly clean, he's perfectly happy, he's perfectly healthy. And then I scratched on my tank pretty bad this morning, once again. You can't see the scratches, like, that much. Like, you don't even really notice them when you're looking at the tank unless you're focusing on the glass and looking around, but, you know, no one really does that when they're looking at your tank, unless it's some douche. You have to be a douche to do that to someone, like, go around finding scratches on their tank. But, yeah, and my prawn is doing really good. I'll show you guys him really fast. I mean, this video is still just going to be a 75 update, but here he is, and he's 40 breeder. He's the only fish in here besides a jewel cichlid and a little feeder fish, and I've actually trained him onto feeder shrimp. And I'm sorry, you guys, I just realized I had the TV on this whole time. I normally turn the TV off, or at least turn it down to 0 when I'm making videos. I'm really sorry about that. But I'm already so far into the update now that I don't really think I should. This is a long update. Protein skimmer is doing good. I still highly recommend it. Eel, he's doing good. He never got sick because they don't really get sick with fish diseases. Now it's exaggerating the blue, like when I zoom up on stuff. But if I like just go like that, you can't really, it doesn't really do anything. Sorry if I sound sick. I had, right now I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a pneumonia. I had pneumonia in one of my lungs, and I've been sick for the past week. I got it from someone at Reef Stock. I'm almost positive of it. That is, oh no, it's just my phone. And then I've got this green algae. It's been going down a ton. I've got quite a bit of this film algae still. It's going away slowly but surely. And what's the worst about this freaking film algae is I can blast it all off my rocks, and 10 minutes later it's already all back on. Because that's the way this algae works, is it, as soon as it's off, it turns into like this string, and as soon as that string attaches to something, it spreads itself out again. And starts growing. It's a pain in the ass, I tell you guys. God, I hate it. I do plan on getting a cleanup crew, a sea hare, and probably 100 snails. Probably my favorite kind, too, whatever these other guys are called. I'm pretty sure it's not near right. It's... can't think of it right now, I'm sorry, guys, but Tamini's doing good. You guys remember when I got him, he was acting really weird, and he had flukes when I bought him. And I stopped them from spreading by doing a freshwater dip before I put him in the tank. And then he started acting weird again, so I did it again, and now he's not the one who caused it. It was my male blue jaw. Unfortunately, when my male and female blue jaw died, I'm probably going to say that like 30 times. It sucks because it was $80 for the pair. My pump's been doing good. I keep on getting electrocuted because there's something giving off electricity in my tank. And, like, if I touch anything made out of metal, I get shocked. I'm probably going to get a grounding probe, because that's the most efficient way to just get rid of it without worrying about it, because it only happens occasionally. But, yeah. It's been happening so often that my hands are like shaking all the time. So, it's like a good 15-minute update. Sorry if that's too long. But, yep. Anyway, see you guys later.